Welcome to North America! And did you know February is Black History Month? Well, now you do! Today we'll be fixated mostly on the United States of America and its Black history. Going back all the way to 1773, before America was even a country, we find Phillis Wheatley, who was born in West Africa but raised in Boston, Massachusetts. Wheatley, a slave, child prodigy, poet, and founder of the African American writing tradition with her breakthrough book, Poems on Various Subjects, Religious and Moral. Her brilliance impressed Americans and British people alike, as she is held as an exemplar of the abilities of African people. Fast forward 50 years to Harriet Tubman, who was actually born and raised in Maryland. After freeing herself from slavery, Harriet Tubman went to rescue other members of her family and many other slaves, thus forming the Underground Railroad. She is believed to have conducted approximately 300 persons to freedom in the North. Another important figure in Black history is the one who I'm sure every band nerd knows, Louis Armstrong. Louis Daniel Armstrong, nicknamed Satchmo, was an American trumpeter, composer, vocalist, and actor who was among the most influential figures in jazz. Armstrong is renowned for his charismatic stage presence and voice as well as his trumpet playing. In 2017, he was inducted into the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame. Rosa Parks was a civil rights activist who refused to surrender her seat to a white passenger on a segregated bus in Montgomery, Alabama. Her defiance sparked the Montgomery bus boycott. Its success launched nationwide efforts to end racial segregation of public facilities. Parks acted defiance, and the Montgomery bus boycott became important symbols of the movement. She became an international icon of resistance to racial segregation. I'm sure many people know Gabrielle Christina Victoria Douglas, who is an American artistic gymnast. She is the 2012 Olympic all-around champion and the 2015 World all-around silver medalist. Douglas is the first African American or the first of African descent of any nationality in Olympic history to become the individual all-around champion and the first U.S. gymnast to win gold in both the individual all-around and team competitions at the same Olympics. Martin Luther King Jr., who was an American Christian minister and activist who became the most visible spokesperson and leader in the civil rights movement from 1955 until his assassination in 1968. King is best known for advancing civil rights through nonviolence and civil disobedience, inspired by his Christian beliefs and the nonviolent activism of Mahatma Gandhi. King is well known for his I Have a Dream speech, in which he called for civil and economic rights and an end to racism in the United States. Delivered to over 250,000 civil rights supporters from the steps of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., the speech was a defining moment of the civil rights movement and among the most iconic speeches in American history. Lastly, let's talk about Barack Obama. Obama was born in Honolulu, Hawaii. After graduating from Columbia University in 1983, he worked as a community organizer in Chicago. In 1988, he enrolled in Harvard Law School, where he was the first Black president of the Harvard Law Review. After graduating, he became a civil rights attorney and an academic, teaching constitutional law at the University of Chicago Law School from 1992 to 2004. He represented the 13th District for 3 teams in the Illinois Senate from 1997 until 2004, when he ran for the U.S. Senate. He received national attention in 2004 with his March primary win, his well-received July Democratic National Convention keynote address, and his landslide November election to the Senate. Later, he would go on to be the first African American president in the history of the United States. See you next time!